Hi, welcome. On behalf of Blank Stage, we are so excited you are here today to learn, to try, and to play this exciting format process. It's full of techniques, it's full of challenges, it might hurt your brain, but keep at it. You'll learn so much. You'll learn about story, plot, characters, structure, objectives, a little bit of improv, and what sits in caves all around the world, mythos. So, the first thing we need to do, and the purpose of this video, is to help set up your mind and build the pillars of the imaginational work that will soon unfold. So as you know, this story takes place in Holiday Town. So we're going to need a few things from your imagination for this town, but before we get there, we need to identify who the screenwriter will be today. Now, the screenwriter plays a very important role in our journey. You are, screenwriter, the one who is the most organized, who likes to keep one foot forward. So while you're watching this gameplay and watching the scenes, you're anticipating what might happen next. Now, to the other players, this position is respected. You need this energy to help push you along, to help see things you can't. So once this position is established, it should have a sense of respect, a sense of reverence. Now, go ahead, pause the video if you need to, and go ahead and select the person, the player in your group who wants to take on this task, this responsibility. Great. So now that you've established who the screenwriter is of your group, this leaves a draft soon to happen. Everyone will be drafted into an archetype. They'll be drafted into playing and adhering to the form and the function of these awesome, treasured archetypes. Hero, villain, ally, mentor, so on and so forth. But before we get there, we need to go ahead and create for the screenwriter a few items. The first thing we're going to need is locations that are found or were discovered in Holiday Town. So in the game box, you have a packet. Inside the briefing, you'll see some paper. So go ahead and take that paper out, and you'll see that we've made a blank list for you to fill with locations. So what I mean by locations, environments discovered in Holiday Town. So anybody can call out locations. A good example would be the Know-It-All Library. And try to challenge yourself not to say the library. Give it the Whispering Library, the Thick Book Library, the Coffee and Brunch Library. Different things like that that can trigger odd, creative, spontaneous, fun, imaginary visions for your audience and for the players to imagine, to play with, to see, to pretend to be in. So go ahead and take as much time as you need to create these items, and we'll see you right back. So go ahead and pause the video, and once you have no less than 20 locations, click play. Great. Now that you have these 20 locations, let's do one more culling of things. Now, in each of these scenes that you'll play, one of the players will begin every scene in one of the locations that the screenwriter calls out. So when the screenwriter calls out that location, one of the players will go ahead and start the scene, and the other actor will come and enter the scene with a gift. What's the gift? The gift is what you come up with now. These are handheld items. Maybe like a car is fine too. But these are pantomimed, imaginary items that you bring in, and you bring in as a gift to the other player. And what this does is it creates a nice safe platform. So when the gift comes in, the player accepts the gift, is grateful for the gift, and then the plot and the character's agenda are soon to follow. So go ahead and pause the video, think of some gifts. Now again, don't just say the hammer. It could be the thin hammer, the heavy, the red hammer, the hammer with the secret compartment, the blow it up hammer, the nasty old, whatever you can think of to give it color, to give it life, to give it some sort of adjective. So go ahead, pause the video, take as much time as you need. We'll see you right back. Alright, fantastic. So now you have 20 locations, you also have 20 items, and now it's time to draft. So in the briefing screenwriter, you will find the archetypes. So go ahead and pull out those game cards, and you have two choices. Screenwriter, you can assign who you want to cast in your movie, or as a group you can decide who wants to play what archetype. Now in the beginning it may be wise to play the same archetypes for a few weeks. So if you're the villain, it might be a good idea to play the villain for a month or so, just so you can really learn how you need to play that archetype. And so the words have been carefully constructed in each of the descriptions. Please read them carefully, and if you have any questions, consult your screenwriter, because we've also included some items, frequently asked questions, things like that are in the packet to help you with any questions you may have. And any questions you don't have that aren't in the packet, please let us know, because we're constantly updating and evolving the briefing. Alright, so go ahead and draft, go ahead and cast your movie, and once you do, push play again. So go ahead and push pause now. Alright, well, on behalf of Blank Stage, you now have everything you need to get started, and we wish you the best of luck, and we hope that we can see your game. If you're going to videotape this, send it to the Blank Stage. We want to see your work. So the first scene screenwriter is in the book. Go ahead and read that scene. This story is going to take place in Holiday Town. The villain is Hickory Who. Oh, one thing I did forget is that we do need to get names. So I'm not going to redo this video like I've been doing. I'm just going to go names. Go ahead and in the game packet are sticky notes. Go ahead and name yourselves and put the name of your character and put it on your shirt. This will really help you. I can't tell you how many times we're doing stories and we forget our names. And just having a name there can really help the actor get the name and move on. So come up with some names, make them fun, make them creative, make them different. Call yourself Steve, Brad, Giovanni, Hibachi, Scar. These are just some of the names we had in a game the other night. So go ahead and pause the video. Go ahead and name yourselves and be right back. Okay, so you have the names, you have the locations, and you have the items. Screenwriter, you've been identified as the head honcho of this story. You're like the executive producer, the screenwriter, the one who has the final say. Other players, you're free to create your characters, you're free to create the moments. We have some acting protocols that we have in the book. Please go over the acting protocols before you get started. And most of all, have a great time. We'd love to hear about your experience. We'd love to watch your show. So contact us at the Blank Stage. Go there, send us a message, let us know what's going on.